Welcome to the South 32 Standard Operations Procedure for Personal Protective Equipment, or PPE. PPE at our site include reflective clothing, hard hat, safety goggles, safety boots, hearing protection, and safety gloves. All users must be informed of the legal requirements concerning the wearing of equipment. Personal protective clothing that fails due to normal wear and tear will be reissued free of charge. Supervisors must check the personal protective equipment on a regular basis and must ensure that workers wear the PPE at all times in designated areas. No clothes worn in the performance of risk work shall be taken into any room where persons usually eat, sleep, or congregate. Unless such clothes have been properly washed, they shall not be taken away from any mine or works. No writing or stickers are permitted on any PPE. It may not be painted on, it may not be cut or drilled either. PPE is to be washed daily at the end of the shift. No solvents, chemicals, or sharp detergents to be used to clean PPE. PPE is to be stored in the employee's locker and not left lying around. When using hard hats, the inner lining must not be removed. Hard hats must be worn if you work in the vicinity of hoisting equipment or where there is a possibility of falling objects. Local site rules may require that you wear a hard hat at all times. Some areas requires a cap lamp attached to the hard hat. Hard hats must be adjusted to fit comfortably. Only hard hats with the SABS mark of approval and SMI approval may be procured. Symbolic signs must be displayed where the wearing of hard hats are required, for example, total underground area. Eye and face protection must be reissued when reported broken or damaged. Physically examine the eye protection to ensure that the frames, straps, or lenses are not broken. The lenses are clean and not scratched or cracked. Wear the protection by securing the eye protection comfortably but firmly to cover the complete area around your eyes. Do not place eye protection lenses on hardened surfaces. When not using eye protection, it must be kept in the employee's toolbox or on the employee. Physically examine the hearing protection to ensure that it has no cuts or tears, it is clean. Wear the hearing protection by placing the hearing protection into or onto the ears so that it fits comfortably and noises are reduced. Let's look at how loss of hearing happens when not using hearing protection. When sounds are not loud enough to cause damage, no hearing protection is required. If the sound exceeds 85 decibels, permanent damage can occur after only 1 day. If the sound exceeds 140 decibels, permanent damage can occur after just 15 minutes. When it reaches 180 decibels, it causes immediate damage and can cause the eardrum to fracture. Look at the signage required for PPE before entering a building. If hearing protection is required, make sure you adhere to the signage. Physically examine the foot protection to ensure that the soles are not worn or cracked. Ensure that your foot protection fits firmly and comfortably. Visitors entering safety shoe areas must be dressed in safety shoes. A reflective vest must always be worn when working in haulages, crosscuts, and other tramways. Reflective vests must be buttoned or zipped to prevent it getting caught in moving machinery. When using a dust mask, examine the mask to ensure that it is clean, not torn or damaged, when wearing a life jacket, check the life jacket at the beginning of each shift. Check that all hardware and straps are in good shape, are firmly attached, and are in working order. Check for leaks, mildew, lumpy or hardened buoyancy material, and oil saturation in the fabric. Make sure that there are no rips or tears in the fabric. Don't use a life jacket as a kneeling pad or cushion. Don't use harsh detergents or petrol to clean it. Don't sew anything onto the life jacket. Don't remove any labels, straps, or buckles. Store in an area with good ventilation. If wet, allow it to dry thoroughly in open air before storing. Drying it in a dryer in front of a radiator or other source of direct heat will destroy its buoyancy. Old and damaged PPE must be disposed of in the correct manner.